Here is NUCIDA's weekly forecast of expected post activities in the realm of software quality on social media channels for week 21 of 2026. Our analysis is based on the social media post data from LinkedIn, YouTube, X, and other internet sources released last week, which revealed dynamic daily changes. I'll leverage the provided web results, which cover software quality trends for 2026, and combine them with logical extrapolation of ongoing conversations in the tech community. The ranking is based on the prominence of topics in recent publications, their relevance to current software quality challenges, and their engagement potential on the mentioned platforms. Each topic's ranking reflects its immediacy, impact, and discussion volume, with reasons for placement and a forecast for future trends included. So, what will be the top 10 hot topics this week? Buckle up and let's start the countdown. 10. Accessibility testing as a core quality discipline. Accessibility testing has become more visible because governments and enterprises are tightening compliance expectations, while users increasingly expect inclusive digital experiences. Teams are discussing automated accessibility scanning, keyboard navigation validation, screen reader compatibility, and inclusive design testing much more frequently than in previous years. The growing use of AI-generated interfaces has also increased concern about inaccessible user experiences. Quality teams are now treating accessibility as a release blocking concern instead of an optional enhancement. My advice is to stop viewing accessibility as a specialized compliance task. The strongest teams now integrate accessibility checks into continuous integration pipelines and product design reviews. Organizations that treat accessibility as part of product quality instead of legal risk management are seeing better customer satisfaction and stronger product usability overall. Within the next 3 months, accessibility testing will increasingly merge with AI-driven UI analysis. Expect more tools that automatically detect readability issues, confusing navigation patterns, and cognitive overload risks. Accessibility engineering roles will become more common inside mainstream quality organizations. 9. Sustainable quality engineering and energy-efficient testing. A growing conversation is emerging around the environmental cost of software systems. Engineers are discussing how large-scale test suites, cloud environments, and AI workloads consume significant computational resources. Software quality teams are now being asked to measure infrastructure efficiency, optimize execution pipelines, and reduce wasteful testing cycles. The reason this topic climbed into the top 10 is because organizations are linking operational cost reduction with sustainability goals. Platform teams are realizing that inefficient testing creates both financial and environmental waste. My advice is to begin tracking infrastructure consumption alongside traditional quality metrics. Measure test execution duration, idle environments, redundant test coverage, and cloud resource consumption. Teams that understand resource efficiency early will gain a major operational advantage. During the next 3 months, sustainability metrics will slowly appear inside enterprise engineering dashboards. Large organizations will begin requesting environmental reporting from software suppliers and cloud vendors. 8. Test data management and synthetic data generation. Modern software systems depend heavily on realistic test data, but privacy regulations and AI model training concerns are making production data reuse increasingly difficult. This week, there has been strong discussion around synthetic data generation, secure masking, and intelligent data provisioning pipelines. The topic ranks highly because AI-based applications require significantly more complex testing scenarios than traditional enterprise software. Teams need scalable methods for generating safe, realistic, and highly variable data sets. My advice is to invest in synthetic data generation before scaling AI-based testing. Many organizations focus heavily on automation frameworks while ignoring poor test data quality. Weak data usually becomes the hidden bottleneck that slows delivery. Over the next 3 months, AI-assisted synthetic data tools will become far more practical and commercially available. Expect strong adoption in healthcare, banking, insurance, and regulated industries where privacy concerns are highest. 7. Performance engineering for AI native applications. Traditional load testing approaches are struggling to keep up with AI-powered applications. Engineers are now discussing unpredictable latency, token costs, inference bottlenecks, and scaling challenges related to large language models and agentic systems. This topic is rising because organizations are discovering that AI systems behave differently from conventional web services. Response quality can vary under load, inference costs fluctuate dramatically, and scaling patterns are less predictable. My advice is to move beyond simple response time measurements. Teams should track model consistency, hallucination frequency under stress, inference stability, and degradation behavior during peak demand. During the next 3 months, performance engineering frameworks will evolve rapidly to include AI-specific metrics. Expect stronger integration between observability platforms and AI runtime monitoring systems. 6. Shift everywhere. Quality engineering. The older concept of shift-left testing is evolving into what many engineers now call shift everywhere. Quality activities are no longer concentrated in one phase of delivery. Instead, testing, observability, production monitoring, security validation, and resilience analysis occur continuously across the entire lifecycle. The reason this topic ranks highly is because modern distributed systems are too dynamic for isolated testing strategies. Teams are integrating production telemetry, customer analytics, and operational intelligence directly into quality workflows. My advice is to redesign quality processes around feedback loops instead of isolated testing stages. The highest performing organizations now combine development, operations, security, and testing into unified engineering systems. Within 3 months, more enterprises will formalize platform engineering and quality engineering partnerships. The separation between operations and testing teams will continue to weaken. 5. DevSecOps and security-driven quality. Security testing is rapidly becoming inseparable from software quality engineering. Organizations are increasingly embedding vulnerability scanning, dependency analysis, API security checks, and threat modeling directly into delivery pipelines. The topic is trending strongly because cyber attacks, supply chain vulnerabilities, and AI-generated code are increasing organizational risk exposure. Many teams now recognize that functional correctness without security is incomplete quality. My advice is to ensure that quality teams understand basic security engineering concepts. Organizations that separate security and testing too aggressively often create blind spots and duplicated work. Over the next 3 months, AI-assisted security validation will accelerate. More testing platforms will automatically generate security-focused test scenarios based on code changes and runtime behavior. 4. Chaos engineering and resilience testing. Chaos engineering has become one of the most discussed reliability practices this week. Distributed cloud systems are becoming so complex that organizations increasingly inject failures intentionally to validate resilience and recovery capabilities. This topic ranks highly because outages remain extremely expensive, especially for cloud-native platforms, financial systems, and AI-driven services. Engineering leaders are prioritizing operational resilience over theoretical stability assumptions. My advice is to start with small, controlled experiments rather than dramatic failure simulations. Many organizations fail because they introduce chaos practices without sufficient observability or rollback capabilities. Within the next 3 months, resilience testing will become more automated and integrated into delivery pipelines. AI-driven failure analysis tools will begin recommending chaos scenarios automatically based on production telemetry. 3. Observability-Driven Quality Engineering. Observability is rapidly moving from an operations concern into a core quality discipline. Engineers are increasingly discussing telemetry-driven testing, production behavior analysis, distributed tracing, and runtime quality intelligence. The topic is extremely hot because traditional pass-fail testing no longer captures enough information about modern systems. Teams need visibility into live production behavior to understand customer experience and reliability. My advice is to make observability data accessible to quality teams instead of limiting it to platform engineering groups. Testing strategies improve dramatically when engineers can analyze real production signals and usage patterns. During the next 3 months, quality dashboards will increasingly combine test automation metrics with runtime observability data. The distinction between monitoring and testing tools will continue to blur. 2. Agentic AI for autonomous testing. Agentic AI systems are one of the biggest conversations in software quality right now. Engineers are discussing autonomous test generation, self-correcting execution loops, intelligent debugging, and AI-driven root cause analysis. The topic ranks near the top because organizations are searching for ways to accelerate delivery while managing exploding system complexity. Agent-based testing promises adaptive quality systems that continuously learn from failures and production behavior. My advice is to approach agentic testing pragmatically. Autonomous systems still require strong human oversight, reliable observability, and clear governance. Teams that blindly trust AI-generated testing often encounter inconsistent coverage and hidden reliability risks. Within the next 3 months, we will likely see rapid vendor competition around autonomous quality platforms. Expect more demonstrations of self-healing test systems, autonomous defect analysis, and AI-generated resilience testing. 1. AI-driven software quality engineering. Artificial intelligence remains the dominant topic across nearly every software quality discussion online this week. Teams are debating AI-generated test cases, self-healing automation, quality intelligence, AI copilots for testers, LLM validation, hallucination testing, and AI governance. This topic ranks first because it affects every dimension of software quality. AI is changing how software is developed, how testing is performed, how incidents are analyzed, and how quality organizations are structured. Social media discussion volume around AI and testing currently overwhelms nearly every other quality topic. My advice is to focus on measurable business outcomes instead of AI hype. The strongest teams are not replacing testers. They are augmenting engineers with AI-assisted workflows while maintaining strong human judgment and governance. Within the next 3 months, organizations will shift from experimentation toward operationalization. Executives will increasingly demand evidence of productivity gains, defect reduction, and cost efficiency from AI-enabled quality programs. Forecast for 2027 and 2028. Several major themes are likely to dominate software quality discussions over the next 2 years. The first emerging trend will be autonomous quality ecosystems. Instead of isolated tools, organizations will deploy interconnected AI agents that continuously monitor, test, repair, optimize, and secure systems with limited human intervention. The second major trend will involve quality governance for AI-generated software. As AI increasingly writes production code, organizations will need stronger frameworks for traceability, explainability, verification, and compliance. The third important trend will be cognitive observability. Systems will not only report technical metrics, but also analyze user frustration, behavioral anomalies, and decision quality in real time. Another likely trend is simulation-based quality engineering. Organizations will build virtual operational environments that simulate customer behavior, infrastructure failures, cyber attacks, and AI interactions before production deployment. Finally, quality engineering itself will evolve into a broader discipline focused on digital trust. Reliability, security, ethical AI behavior, resilience, accessibility, sustainability, and transparency will merge into a unified engineering responsibility rather than remaining isolated specialties. The software quality profession is entering an era where intelligent automation and human judgment must coexist. The organizations that learn to balance both effectively will define the next generation of engineering excellence. Hopefully this video gives you additional insights. What do you think about the hot topics this week? Write your views in the comments section below. In terms of further questions, feel free to write to us. We will analyze all important internet channels and release our analysis report every Monday. Follow or subscribe to this channel to stay up to date and know more than your competitors. Happy testing and see you next time.